Welcome everyone to another weekly edition of the weekly meetup here. We got Florian Bushek with a new pick for us. We also have Sultan Beardsley here to give us an update on BioCryst. So before we do that, disclaimer, Story Trading is not an investment advisor. Investing in securities involves significant risk of loss. Portions of this presentation will be recorded and posted either to our VIP members or on social media. So before we get started, you can go to storytrading.com, click on performance. And what I'm going to point out here is Sultan Beardsley from MS Money Moves. He had 3 picks back in August, September, October. And his first one, August 30th, was BioCryst. And that's a 230% return so far. So what we wanted to do is have him give us an update because they just had earnings. So 234% since August 30th, 334% annualized. I believe it's his largest position. So congratulations on that. So Sultan just gave you permissions there to get on audio.
All right. Thanks, Ben. What's up, everyone? Yeah, BioCryst, been super happy with it. And it's still my biggest position. Yeah, and a good question might be being ups, over a couple 100%. Why wouldn't I cash in here, right? Well, I probably will look at taking profits up and closer to the $20 range. But the thing is, I just see this growth story just getting started. Because they just launched their first oral once a day rare disease drug, and the launch is going great. Their first full quarter, they got 10.9 million, which is well above analyst consensus, which I think was like more, most had them around 3-4 million. I think one analyst had it up there around 9 million. So, but what's really cool is, what I liked, I picked up on a lot of little nuggets like this in the call. So, that 10.9 million, right? That's all drug they sold. But what's more is that's actually, so like out of all the patients that they have started on the drug, not all of them have gotten approved through like their insurance. So like they're basically getting free drug. Some of them are still getting free drug while they work with their insurance to get them covered. So this 10.9 million is like not even counting those patients. This is just the patients that they were able to get through and approved through insurance, get coverage to it. And they're saying that going into the second quarter, they expect, there's just going to be more and more patients on paid drug. Eventually they'll come to a point where if they can't get coverage, they'll have to let the patient go. But really, like, their priority is when a patient decides that they want to go on Orladeyo to get them on drug as quick as possible. So they have their quick start program. The physicians are, receptive, and I've been seeing numbers that some physicians are expecting to prescribe between 10, 20, 30% of their patients on Orladeyo. And then also with like their launch being done in the COVID environment, and that did have some hindrance, but they still nailed it. With the vaccine rollout, it's only going to be more in-person, face-to-face meetings. So I really just see the launch accelerating from here. They have a conservative peak sales estimate of $500 million plus, with an emphasis on the plus. I'm pretty sure it'll be a blockbuster drug, as are most, I think, investors and analysts, especially with them, executing so well on the launch. And then the other program that's really maturing nicely is for their the factor D inhibitor, which is twice daily, oral capsule as well. That's first being developed in PNH, and they gave us an update on their plans for so they're going straight from a phase 1-2 proof of concept study to pivotal trials, right? So they're doing it with the FDA blessing. They're aligned with regulators. So what they told us is that they're, we didn't know this before the earnings call. This was new information that basically they're for sure going forward this year with 2 pivotal studies. One pivotal study is going to be superior. Sorry if you guys, it's a little noisy in the background about this function, but
Sorry, I can hear you well.
anyways, so one of the pivotal studies will be superiority to the C5 inhibitors, which is the standard of care, and then the other one will be with a placebo, and it'll just be patients that were like naive to therapy for PNH, and that'll be started this year. And then they're also going to go into proof of concept studies with the same drug in renal diseases, so kidney disease. And so the analysts are finally giving some value to that drug, whereas before they were kind of more like, let's wait and see how like it progresses, before we really start like, and putting numbers into our formulas for it. So like, I think it was BTIG that now like they raised the price target from 13 to 19 or 20 because they ascribed $7 in value for factor D and $5 in value for the approved drug. So I think the approved drug actually getting less value just because that factor D inhibitor, it's like literally a pipeline in a molecule. You can like get it approved for PNH and then just, keep doing SNDA after SNDA after, you do proof of concepts. It's just, it's a really great setup. So I see a lot of growth in BioCryst. I don't necessarily think it's going to be a gapper, but I think it's going to just slowly appreciate. I think $20 this year is in the stars. I think it'll eventually, it could be like a $50 stock. So that's why I'm holding. Yeah, I think that's the highlights.
Great, Sultan, thank you for that. We only had a couple minutes allotted for this. If I may, do you have time for one question?
Yeah, sure.
So I guess my question is, from here, what's the kind of end game for BioCryst? Are they looking to get bought out, or are they just going to stay independent and try to grow to profitability?
Yeah,
do you have any insight into that?
Yeah, just based on the way they've been and their mindset, like I think they're just going at it alone. They want to evolve into as they make this pretty clear, into a company that discovers, develops, and commercializes oral molecules for rare diseases, and that's what they've done with Orladeyo, and they're doing with factor D. So I think if the right suitor came along with the right, I think these guys are just looking to do it, and they got they have a royalty deal they did with I forget, it was like Royalty Pharma something, and then they have some debt financing that they did all after the launch. So between that and then the revenue from Orladeyo, they're giving us a guidance of a cash runway into 2023. So I would guess there'll be another equity raise at some point in their future, but I think it'll be on good terms. I think.
Wait, let me add one quick one from. Let's do one last quick question from Ashley Day, and then we'll have to invite you back because it seems you're very popular. So go ahead, Ashley.
Hey, just thanks for the update. Just a quick question. Did the Orladeyo trial, pivotal trial, get stopped early due to success? And is early success, and is that likely to happen with PNH? Thanks.
Yeah, good question. No, the Orladeyo like pivotal phase 3 study that went all the way through, which I think was 20 or like 26 weeks, and or something like that. And yeah, anyways, I got data out to over 48 weeks now. But no, I expect this study for PNH to go all the way through to completion. So maybe like 2023 or something, they'll be getting towards the regulatory approval phase. Who knows? It's kind of hard to say. But yeah.
All right, Sultan, thank you. Thank you so much for these great ideas and for the update today. We will be in touch and have you back.
All right, man. No problem. Talk to you guys later.
Thank you.